facing out here is really ignorance, right? And understand, ignorance is not as bad as theft. Ignorance is not as bad as someone's intentions. Let me give you two examples. I got some preacher friends, and probably some people in this room, who have decided that they want to vote for O'Malley, right, and are supporting him, right? And the thing I said to one of the pastors who made the statement that O'Malley is the best of the two devils or the two evils, right? And so I said, well, first of all, I wouldn't say it like that because you don't ever want to stand with evil anyway. Somebody say amen.
Amen.
Now, so I understand the intent. The intent is that we want to show power. We want to show black power, progressive power. We want to show the powers that be that when we organize, we can take somebody out. I understand that concept, right? But here's the thing: we can't just support somebody without understanding what we are getting. Y'all need to say amen to that, right? Amen. We need to research. We need to know whether or not what we are getting is better than what we have, or does it advance the cause? The problem sometimes is ignorance. Let me give you another example. I'm also here representing the Midwest region of the National Action Network, of which I'm going to be soon to be appointed as the Midwest Direct Action Coordinator. All right, that goes as far as Detroit and Flint, Ohio, Pennsylvania. Okay, so I've been working with Reverend Charles Williams, who is the Midwest Director for Al Sharpton, who is very active in Flint. Let me talk about ignorance. All right, now everybody think that we are making a difference because we are packing up a bunch of water bottles. Hello? Because we're sending a bunch of water bottles down to Flint. And just like Michael Moore said, I said earlier in the week, right, that we cannot send enough bottles of water to fix the situation. What the people in Flint need is not bottles of water. What they need is a new governor, and they need their pipes fixed. Amen? But here's the thing. I can't, and you can't, and please don't, knock down somebody because they send in water. And even our organization had a big campaign. The truck came and they sent water, and it's a good altruistic thing. Amen. But it is not social justice. It is not transformative, and it is not fixing the situation. And so, some of what we do is well-intended ignorance, but it impacts our people. I'm here to talk about, let me tell you what we do. We're working with pastors, and we're connecting, we're trying to identify the progressive wing of the black church, and it's out there, and we're trying to organize it, right? And so that progressive wing of the black church is not co-opted, amen, by the evangelical wing. I'm interested in getting to heaven, but I'm leaving that to God. I'm concerned about what's happening today. I preach all the time that there's too many churches and too many church folk who are sitting at the bus stop waiting on heaven's train to come, while all around them people are dying and being oppressed. And they just sitting at the bus stop. And know what? That also makes me mad. Some of them folk are your pastors and your church members. And I say to people, I say to activists all the time, don't ask me to do something that you ain't demanding your pastor to do. Can I say that again? Don't ask me to do something that you're not demanding your pastor to do. We have to find that progressive wing in the African American church and to link it to the progressive activists. We can no longer be separated. It's a struggle. Dr. King struggled with the Black Panthers. He struggled with the student wing and all of that, but they stayed together for the cause. We have to stay together for the cause. I made a commitment to stay together for the cause. I ain't bought nobody on me. I ain't got nothing. I ain't got no contracts. I ain't sitting on a whole lot of stuff. There's no reason for me and a group of our other pastors who are on the same side of justice and live it every day for us not to be engaged with you in the struggle, even in the streets. Now you need to say amen to that. Amen. Now, what we are attempting to do, working with the Voter Alliance, NAACP, and a number of groups, and yours too, is to really do two things. Voter empowerment, that includes registering people to vote, but it also includes voter education. Because the worst kind of voter is the uneducated voter. It is worse that they were not registered if they're going to take their vote and cast it against the people. Somebody need to say amen to that. That's real talk. So what we're attempting to do, and the primary is important, and the voter education and the voter watch is important. And I'm telling people, please hold off on your endorsement in the prosecutor's race. I don't want people running to endorse. I don't know what's out there to endorse, but it is what it is. But I'm telling people that they're made now. This is the partisan side, and this is the candidate side. But there may be a third candidate in the race who may appear. Let me say who may appear to be progressive. And I'm even saying to us, right, that as we consider someone stepping up as a third-party candidate, if they run as an independent, we need to vet them based on their policies and their belief, and not simply based on the color of their skin. Because it's people that look like me that cause me more problems, right? Hello? Amen. It's about principles and values. I want to march with somebody that think like me and not necessarily look like me. So what we're going to be doing is voter registration. We're encouraging people to verify. It's important. They've done some voodoo politics around voting, and they're pulling people off the rolls. There are people who think they're registered, but they're not. What becomes important is for people to verify their voter registration. If they have any doubt that they are a voter registered, if they are registered, if they have any doubt, they should be re-registered. It doesn't cost anything to re-register. One of the programs that we are implementing through the churches is going to start this Sunday, and the community, is a program that's called Each One, Reach One. Okay? If our pastor associations claim that they have 100 churches with 50,000 people, if we got 30% of those 50,000 people to take one card and find one person that's not registered and get them registered, we can have some impact. And what we're doing is taking those cards and we are holding on to their names so that when we decide, when we put out our voter card and work with pastors, we're going to do some scorecard on some issues. Set some issues up, right? Because sometimes these groups can't endorse, but they can score. They can rank, right? And so we want to take that information and give people the information as to how a person has been voting, what has been their past, and how does it appear that they're going to be if they're in office. If it's congressperson or whomever, if it's the mayor's race, whomever. And gone is the day for me, right, where I'm going with the block. People have been invited this whole lot of meetings, pastors been going to the whole lot. I ain't been going. Because I'm not going with the block, because the block is going. And people are saying that you can't trust Tony Ryan. But that's a good thing, because I ain't in the club, ain't trying to be in the club, and I'm based it upon principle. So this key of what we're doing, I think it can be utilized in the church, and utilized in the community of empowering progressive people. Everybody can reach one. We could say reach three. And then when it's time to vote, right, on the turnout, because it's important to register people to vote and educate the voter, but it don't mean anything if you're an educated voter sitting at home. And there are more, please understand this, in every race in Cuyahoga County, there are more unregistered Black people than the amount of people that cause the candidate to win. Let me say that again. For almost every race, there are more unregistered people than the number of people that cause the candidate to win. So what does that say? That says that for some reason there's a group of people out here who are probably smart enough to know that my vote don't mean anything. And we have to change that.
We have to give them a sense that your vote does count. Give them a sense that it does matter. Give them a sense to believe in us that what we say to them is true. So I'm here on behalf of Tony Minor, but also on behalf of a host of other groups who are now really understanding that while people feel that they don't have a tool, we do have a tool. And one of the tools, it may not be as important as the tool of the dollar, because we need to come back here and talk about how we can pull our money and use our money to vote. Amen? Because it's when we organize our money that people listen. So I just hope that we continue to do what we're doing. I thank God for all of us. And as I indicated, I'm here and I'm trying to really organize a group of progressive pastors. We ain't got to be called nothing. We don't need another organization. We need people to step up to the plate. We don't need no titles. We don't need anything. We need people to get their life and their body lined up with the struggle.